It's 4 a.m. at a military training facility outside Riga in Latvia. These men have been chosen after completing a grueling 6-month pre-selection process. Over the next few weeks, they'll face tasks designed to break them both physically and mentally.
Mūsu kurs nav ne grūtāks, atlase ne vieglāk par to, kādas tas ir labākajām speciālo spēku vienībām pasaulē. Bet jūs to varat, jūs to izdarīsiet, un tikai jūs paši sev varat pateikt nē. Neviens nepiedzimst stiprs, viņš sev padara tādu stipru. Lai jums veicās, drošais uzvar.
Not all of them will make it to the end of the recruitment phase, but those that do will become elite soldiers, the special forces. Their motto, the brave man wins. Due to the sensitive nature of their work, the recruits and instructors in this film will remain anonymous. They will be referred to only by their role or the number they're assigned.
We don't train them, we test them. So we look that they are able to perform in under extreme condition. That's what we are looking for during the selection.
Situated in between Lithuania and Estonia, Latvia makes up one of the 3 Baltic states. To its east is Latvia's other neighbours, Belarus and Russia. Formed in the early 90s after the fall of the Soviet Union when Latvia won its independence, the Latvian special forces, like those in other countries, are considered elite soldiers. Their operations, almost always covert, include counter-terrorism, search and rescue, sea landings, underwater missions, attack and detention, and airborne operations.
Being part of the SF is something you can be proud of, and let your parents and your family be proud of as well.
The recruits will train under the toughest conditions, and the forests, which make up more than 40% of Latvia's terrain, are the ideal training ground. They'll be put through tasks called phobia tests, designed to challenge their fears and push their endurance to the limit.
Cilvēks, viņam ir tendence izdzīvot, tu vienkārši to spied, un tu zini, ka nākamie pārbaudījumi būs tādi paši, ka tas spiedīs tik tālu, ka tu vienkārši cīnīsies, lai izdzīvot.
Deprived of food and sleep and under intense stress, some of them will quit.
We look for soldiers who are able to think under duress, who are able to work individually as well as a part of the team. Are they able to struggle with themselves?
There'll be no easy rides. The instructors have been through this process themselves and are all Special Forces operatives. But for these recruits, the hard work starts now. To be a member of the Special Forces, a soldier must have ability, courage, endurance, and physical and mental stamina. For these Latvian recruits, the next 3 weeks will shape their professional future. If they demonstrate these attributes and pass a number of phobia tests, they will become part of the Latvian military's elite unit. The first task tests their ability to keep calm in a claustrophobic environment. Blinded in a taped-up gas mask, they must negotiate swamps, woodland, and a 20-foot underground tunnel. Their only guidance is the man in front. The task is carried out in complete silence, except for occasional machine gun fire.
I think I had the anxiety in every single tunnel, but in a positive way, like a problem you want to handle. Not like, oh, I'm going to get stuck and I'm going to stay here forever. No, not like that. It's just a small minor thing you have to go through, and that's all.
For some, though, it is too much. Handling the tough physical challenges that the training places on the body is part of the process. Recruits are expected to push through the pain barrier. But if they can't, there is only one alternative.
If the soldier wants to quit, we give them 5 minutes just to think, and during these 5 minutes he made a decision to quit, so we do not help them. Tad vai nu tu pasaki, es izstājos no mācību grupas, vai nu tu turpini uzdevumu?
Es izstājos.
Skaļāk.
Es izstājos no mācību grupas.
Ļoti labi. Turpinam.
While the task is over for this recruit, for the others it continues. They follow a rope into a hangar where they must wriggle under floorboards, over walls and through jagged holes. If they get stuck, there's no sympathy from the instructors.
We want that they perform everything in high standards according to our orders.
Over the next few days, the recruits are put through their paces in a number of other phobia tests. First, a 50-foot jump. One by one, each recruit climbs to the top of a bridge, is strapped into a harness, and must walk along a ledge to the jump spot. From there, they have 1 minute to leap from the bridge. It's not just the height that they have to deal with. If they get their jump wrong, the snap of the rope could cause serious injury. But those that get it right are through to the next challenge. The smoke test.
Iesim iekšā, aizturēs ātru. Turēsies man šeit. Tā iesim iekšā. Kad mēs apstāsimies, es tev uzstīšu šeit. Tas ir signāls gāzes. Velc virsū, izpūt ārā, un tu man piesim šitā.
Klausies.
Tu saproti, ka tu resursi iet uz beigām un ka tu esi uz tās robežas. Un tu visu laiku strādā tikai uz tās robežas, un vai tu nesalūzīsi kādā brīdī, nebūs viss, ka tu nevari vairs.
A new day brings a new challenge, the aggression test. Recruits must step into the ring with Special Forces operatives and take a beating. Heavily padded, many try to fight back, but most are pummeled onto the canvas.
We try to improve their qualities, which is endurance, speed, strength, and mental stamina.
At this stage, the recruits are tired and hungry. They eat twice a day, and to sleep more than 2 hours, they have to earn it.
Mums bija jārisina uzdevumi vakaros, vai tie bija matemātikas, vai uz atmiņu. Skanēja vārdi 40 minūtes, līdz 15 minūtes viņās varēja uzrakstīt. Un bija dzējolīšo jāmācās, un es to varēju sev nopelnīt mieru.
Finally, it's the swimming pool.
Fobijām man bija ūdens. Ūdens bija grūtākais, kur bija mums jāpilties komplekstie vingrinājumi, aiziet tām acīm, kājām. Vienkārši sevi, domā jau uz priekšu, kas varētu notikt, sevi šaustīja. Tad bija baigi grūti, bija jāsaņemās.
Recruits are repeatedly pushed underwater. When they resurface, their hands and legs bound, they are pushed back to the bottom of the pool. For some, there is only so much they can take.
Tas vairāk bija laikam, kas sakrājās. Tas jau sākot ar to baseinu, sev parasti jau tādas lietas, vienmēr izpildu kaut kā viegli, un tad bija šoreiz grūtāk. Un sakrās līdz kādam brīdim, kad vienkārši pārdet.
For number 27, the game is up. Each Special Forces recruit has just 2 chances to pass the selection phase. Those that fail this year can, if they choose, try again the following year, but fail again and they're out for good.
Man tālākie nākotnes plāni izmantot otru iespēju šajā atlases posmā, ko es noteikti izmantošu, ieanalizēšu savas kļūdas un mācīšos no tām un centīšos iziet atlases posmu nākamā.
And while those left standing have passed the phobia tests, the hardest is yet to come. Winters in Latvia can drop below -20 degrees Celsius. Latvia's woodlands are largely uninhabited, but For the next 9 days, the Special Forces recruits will call them home. This is the survival phase.
Tad izdzīvošana mums ir ļoti elementāra. Mēs skatāmies divus punktus. Vai cilvēks cīnās un dzīvo, vai cilvēks necīnās un mirst. Viss.
The recruits must survive alone and unaided for the duration of the exercise. Each day, items of clothing and equipment are taken from them until they are virtually naked.
Tā kā lielākās problēmas varbūt sagādā tieši augstums. Ja visu atņem, tā nav kurpes, tu nevar iziet ārā pilnvērtīgi staigāt un visu darīt.
To test their survival skills and overcome mental barriers, each recruit is given a live rabbit. What they do with it is up to them.
Lai gan viņš ir fiziski spēcīgs, lai gan viņš ir domājošs, bet pie noguruma cilvēks, kā viņam tā kā aiztaisās prāts ciet, smadzenes ciet.
The rabbits rarely survive. The recruits cook the meat and turn the fur into clothing. No parts of the rabbit are wasted.
Ja ir siltums un ir nedaudz ko ēst un ir ūdens, kā varēs redzēt varbūt ārā, var paskatīties, tad viss tev priekš dzīvošanas ir.
In these conditions, fire and shelter are vital. They must use natural materials to build a temporary home, some of which are better than others.
Viņam arī gandrīz pabeigt. Šādi tādu uzlabojumu tikai jāveic un viss. Un tu visu dari tad, kad ir gaišs, tad, kad ir saule, un tad tikai naktī tev atliek izdzīvot.
The recruits who make it through the survival phase have demonstrated that they have what it takes to be part of the Latvian Special Forces.
Mūs interesē cilvēki, kas grib uzdrīkstēties, darīt kaut ko vairāk. Viņš ir kreatīvs, viņš ir ārprātīgs, viņš ir spēcīgs, viņam ir galva uz pleciem, viņš ir domājošs.
Over the past few weeks, these recruits have been through a process that has pushed them to the limits, both physically and mentally.
It was long, it was challenging, it was overall good because I made it.
They'll now face another 6 months of training before they become field operatives. Those that failed, if they choose, can go through it again next year. Those that passed have proven the brave man wins.